Fast.
her pace, and then she's going to push me more than I'm going to push myself. So even if I was going to try to do it, like I'll sometimes do like a freestyle Friday where I don't want to watch the videos because I just want to have my music in. And I can tell I'm still getting a great workout because I'm copying what I've seen in her video, but I'm not keeping up the tempo and it doesn't burn as much.
Right.
So I definitely like doing it with her better.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed on myself, and when I've seen her train with guys, big guys, bodybuilding guys, and they just can't keep up. It's the pace. The pace kills them. It's always
Yeah.
the pace. Yeah.
She's done, I love training shoulders, and I actually with Uscreen, I like doing everything now, but she's got 2 shoulder videos, the ones with like the pushaways. I think it was in the men's challenge, and then she has another one. I want to say it's in the build and burn. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't really know what weights to start with. So I like at the gym, uh, because things get tougher, I can use some of the smaller weights that nobody else is using, and I can
Right.
hog some of the dumbbells without being like the ass in the gym that wants to
Right.
take all the equipment and nobody can use it. You're like, look at what does she think she is with 5 sets of dumbbells? So I started with 15s with the presses, and I was grimacing to do 3 pounds. And then the first time I did it, I had to do body weight to finish the lat
Oh,
raises with my shoulders because it burns so bad. And
yeah.
I'm making crazy faces like with 2-pound dumbbells, and someone that hasn't seen me walk in will come in the room and I'm struggling with these tiny little, Barbie weights. And I think I probably look ridiculous, but it's a great workout. Very humbling.
Yeah, and the wear and tear on your body won't be as bad either, right? You'll just, you'll get the better workout, and you won't destroy your joints or your ligaments and stuff as you could do with bigger weights. So
Yeah, I definitely don't get the DOMs that I would get before,
mm,
and that the 2 days later where I can barely get down the stairs in my house. I love that I don't have that. And I think that that's another reason why I have such a hard time taking off, is because I don't have that same recovery or fatigue. I want to get
right,
back in the gym and hit it again.
right. So this was good. Yeah, I'd love to hear you say it. So it took a while for you to get into it. Um was it the acceptance, you think, that took a while with the food, or was it the routine, or was it or does it just take a while to get into a groove, so to speak? Because it took a couple of years for you to get to find yourself in
It
this
does.
way of living, so to speak.
It does. And that was just with Fighterdiet,
Right,
because before that,
right,
I would say it's been a long time with anyone that tries it. It's not really linear. There's exceptional people out there that probably take to something and they fly with it, and good for them. But I think most of us, it's the mental component.
yeah,
I was on bodybuilding.com and I followed some of those plans that they had. It started with that, with poor form. I hurt my back. I had to go to the chiropractor, but I
right,
learned about weighing food and meal prep and taking supplements and vitamins and getting the water in. So I already kind of had that going for me.
yeah,
And then with Fighterdiet, you have to just kind of erase everything that you think that you know,
yeah,
and drop your ego and relearn everything.
right,
So I at least had the meal prep down, the water down. I knew something about cardio and kind of lifting. Uscreen completely changed all that again.
right,
So I do think it takes time, and that's why I want to stress moving forward. If someone doesn't feel like they nailed a challenge, I didn't either.
right,
All of them are building blocks. You have to get comfortable with thinking ahead about what you're going to eat and not waiting until 7 p.m. when you're starving and you'll eat a shoe with ranch dressing and you don't even care. You have to put some thought into
yeah,
what you're going to eat, the workouts, and you have to think ahead.
yeah,
So it does take time. I think people that think they know something and maybe they counted macros, it takes a long time to get that out of your head.
right. No, I love I
So
love that you say, sorry for interrupting, but I love that you say that it takes time, because it does take time. I
it
think
does.
anything that takes 2 days or 3 weeks, or it's a quick fix, and it won't last because you haven't learned
I've done
what
all
to do.
those too.
Right,
Hmm.
right,
And then you rebound, and I would
right,
lose 20 and 30 pounds, and then I would gain it right back within just a few weeks or a couple months. And then you get frustrated and you have to start all over again.
Right.
We did have one challenger who she did really well, and I absolutely encouraged her to sign up for another one because they're all building blocks.
Right.
So I think that if someone feels like they didn't do so great, or they're not doing what some of the warriors that are doing that are posting consistently, they've been doing it challenge after challenge. We
Right.
didn't just wake up and figure it out. It took a lot of trial and error. You know, you have to be accountable. We learn a lot from each other. I think it does. It takes time.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I love hearing you talk about the community as such, because that is a big part of it. I really feel like that.
Huge.
Yeah. Right.
Huge. So I would say that another good thing about this is it's not just, oh, you check in with your coach and you kind of follow the plan. It's got the physical component with either Uscreen or the old style bodybuilding. She's got cardio programs if you're not sure what to do on your own. It's got the food and the recipe app, but the community makes a difference. And I always have kind of gone at things alone and didn't think that I needed anybody, but the women and these groups are amazing. I'll probably start crying when I talk about it. They're awesome. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. They're so supportive. And everyone's going through something personal behind the scenes that maybe they don't want to share, but over time, a lot of them have shared. And even just the support to get through that and the encouragement not to let whatever is going on in your life get you down from these other dreams that you have. And how people talk about how they've not just overcome the personal stuff, but how they're still managing to incorporate it in their lives. Like, I don't have kids, which makes it a lot easier. There's people with kids or they're working 16-hour jobs and they're still getting it done. And here I am sitting on my butt on the couch. I don't feel like working out. And then I look and I go, Lisa just got off a 16-hour shift and she made it happen at the gym. Let me get my gym clothes on and get my ass in the gym and get working. Like, what am I doing here? So there's just so much encouragement and positivity, and it's a safe place to talk about fitness and ask questions about fitness. I love it there. The community is awesome. So there's that mental connection that I think is missing in a lot of other programs that I've tried. You feel connected to people even though they're all over the world. I mean, and
I love to hear it.
everybody shares so much.
Yeah. No, I love to hear it. I mean, we go up and down, but we work hard on having a no judgment zone. I mean, really. And I know that's why Pauline, like, she tears her clothes off and she flexes her butt and she makes her belly look like bad, or I mean, whatever, like full. And she really wants to show people that the body can look in 1,000 different ways and 1,000 different lights, and in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, and we're not all perfect. And with Instagram nowadays and everything is fake, it's tough.
Yes.
We think we have to live up to these ideals that don't exist, that there's fake AI stuff. So.
Yeah. Or that from every single angle, these people look perfect all the time. When, it's the pose, it's the lighting, and somebody telling them, scoot this way, scoot that way, back up. The rest of us don't have that. And I posted a picture the other day where I was sitting down, and also a picture where I was standing up, because when I stand up, my stomach looks flat. I don't have abs yet, but they're coming. But my it's flat. And then when I sit down, there's skin, there's fat, there's rolls. And so I wanted to post that for people so that I'm not always posting the most flattering images and angles of myself, that yes, I have these muscles and I'm really excited about it. But when I sit down, I still have this just like everybody else. And so I think it's
human body, but that's it's very brave of you, though, because I think all of us have that. I mean, we get tinkered into believing that we should walk around like rock hard blocks, but that's just not how the human physique is, right?
Yeah. And I also talk about I think my cellulite in the group for the same reason, that I can reduce the appearance, I can change my composition, but I'm still going to have that. And I still want women to love themselves, even though they don't look like an airbrushed Instagram model that has a bunch of filters with perfect light and someone's photoshopping that out. Because some of the best bodies in the world have cellulite or a little bit of fat somewhere or something that they really wish that they could change. And it's nice to have where not everything is with a
Yeah.
filter and airbrushed and people pretending to be perfect all the time.
Yeah, it gives a more reasonable and more realistic sense of reality, right? It's just this
Yes.
is real, right? And it gives yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And I love that there's all kinds of bodies because
Yeah,
there's some women that have been doing it for years or they come from a fitness background. And
sure.
then there's people like me when I started 40 pounds heavier.
Yeah,
And it's nice to see where you can go. And
yeah,
also that there's a lot of people starting that look just like you.
yeah, yeah. Do you lift? This is gonna sound. Let me see how I can phrase it. So me personally, my wife is she's paralyzed, neck down. So I used to lift. I used to lift actually because I have asthma, like bronchitis. So my doctor
Yes.
says that the more fit you are, the less trouble you'll have with your lungs. And I haven't had any troubles with my lungs all my life because I've been lifting. But then me and my wife were in a car accident, and she's paralyzed, neck down. Long story. But now I actually lift totally different because I lift her up every day, and she's like 100 pounds. So I go down to a squat and I lift her up from a wheelchair to the bed, from the bed to the wheelchair to the, everywhere. And cold, I don't warm up. It's just like you go down and you lift. So I lift very functionally now. Do you lift for a particular reason, or do you lift just for life, so to speak, just to manage life's daily demands? Does that make
I
sense?
start, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely started out with vanity. Wanted to lose weight, wanted to look a certain way. I've always admired it. When I was younger, everyone was super skinny in the 90s. You know, you were a waif. And then as I saw more muscular women, that's what I started chasing. I thought that was amazing. You just didn't really see it in the 90s, and it's exploded since social media. So it started for vanity, and it becomes something else. It's following through for myself. I said I was going to do something and I want to follow through with it. And last year, I started spending more time with some of the elderly people in my family and seeing them have to do like the heave ho 1, 2, 3 to try to get off the recliner,
Right.
or just maybe shuffling around and using the walker.
Right.
And the older we get, I think that we see what we used to think of old is no longer old. Like when you're 15, you think 40 is old. And now I'm 40 and I really don't think my 80-year-old grandparents are that old.
Right.
Um, I want to be independent and strong and ambulatory. I want to have a quality of life between now and then.
Yeah.
So when she says like lift like your life depends on it, it's also how I get the groceries in the
Yeah.
house, how you get up the stairs. I'm not struggling to get up the stairs with a load of laundry and I can't breathe. And I was 30 something going, this is ridiculous,
Right.
and as you get older, it doesn't get any easier.
Right.
So it's having a quality of life and wanting to continue having a quality of life as I get older, and just kind of respecting that it's not that superficial body anymore. It's the vessel that gets you around for your entire life, and you want it to be as healthy as possible.
Well, do you have anything you want to say to potential challengers, like potential people that haven't done a challenge? What would you say to them? Like newbies, what do you say to a newbie?
Hmm.
Why should they start?
Well, absolutely for the quality of life. It's like I said, it's not just about vanity, it's the way that you feel. I think for me, because I have anxiety, this really helps me manage where I don't take medication and I can go into the gym in a good mood and work out and be in a good mood. I can be pissed, I can be sad, I can be anxious and stressed. I come in the gym, I pop in my headphones, I warm up a little bit, I press play on whatever video I'm doing that day, and I completely forget about all of that. And I would say to somebody, definitely learn the nutrition, take it slow. It's the tortoise and the hare. I know everybody wants the hare and they want to cross that finish line, but it takes time. Learn the nutrition, sign up for Uscreen. Even if you just do one video, do 10 minutes, try it out, see it, commit to that one video a day, try that for 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, add another video and just slowly start building it. Don't feel like you have to learn everything all at once because it takes time. And I would also say set a tangible goal. So if you're
Right.
someone who's starting that you haven't lifted or you don't do cardio, don't say, I'm going to do 5 Uscreen videos every single day and I'm going to run 5 miles. Start with something that you can commit to and build from there.
Right.
Learn to enjoy the food that you're eating, and just take it one step at a time. Whatever it is that you believe you can do, you can do it.
I love it. It's the
So
discipline, right? It's the momentum to keep it going.
I would say definitely introduce themselves into the group. They're going to get a flood of positivity from everybody. Ask questions, read the guidelines, sign up for Uscreen, get on the recipe app, and text Pauline.
Yeah. Should
I
they
would
be
say
afraid for Pauline? Should they be afraid of Pauline, or should they be?
no, absolutely not. She's not going to lie to you, and she's going to give it to you straight. But I think it's because she truly loves us and she wants us to succeed. She cares. And if she didn't care, she wouldn't be chasing us on the group. She wouldn't be following through with the text message. If she didn't care, she wouldn't be there. So I would
Yeah,
say if you're scared of her, maybe it's because you're doing what you know you're not supposed to be doing. And she's going to come hunt you down and make sure that you're achieving your dreams.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, and it's I've hung out with Pauline for 20 years now, and she is a sweetheart. And she in her younger days she cried a lot because she couldn't help all the people
Mm.
she saw, right? So she really cares. That's for sure.
I know she didn't give up on me, and that made me not give up on myself. And now here I am talking to you. I mean, if she hadn't followed through and maybe called me an old lady because I wasn't trying Uscreen, maybe I'd be trying to do it my way and still struggling to get to the gym. And like I said, I mean, now she says, just give me 10 minutes. And I was at the gym for 2 hours today. I didn't want to leave. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do either. So I went from struggling to going 3, 4 days a week to I can't wait to get in and do it.
I love it.
It's amazing.
And now you will inspire thousands of other people. So I mean, it's
I
really a
truly hope so.
circle of good, right? It's just fantastic.
I definitely hope so. Even if I get to the point, and I don't think I would, where I didn't need Pauline anymore, I told her, this is against your business model because, or in your best interest for your business model because you're trying to educate people to be independent.
Right.
Even if I got there, I would still be here. I love her. I love the community and I believe in the message. So I'm not going anywhere.